Hi, good morning, my dear students. Once again, welcome back to our social science class. Okay, I hope all are fine and take care. And let us go to our lesson. Okay, and in previous class, we studied in detail about the India. The first chapter is India, its position and extent. Okay, on latitude and longitude where it is located, as well as uh, what is the area and who are the neighbors and how many states are there and which are the states as well as the union territories. Okay, and let us go to the chapter. Okay, so once again I welcome you all to the first chapter of geography. Okay, so you can see on the board India, position and extent. India, position and extent. And our India is the seventh largest country in the world after Russia, China, Canada, USA, Brazil, Australia. India is the seventh largest continent in the world. And very interesting thing, India is the second largest populated country in the world just after China. Okay, and the demographers, those who are studying about the population, according to them, coming 2025, they are estimating that our country will be overtaking China, and India will be the hub of the population or the number one population in the world. Okay. So, population is a boon, it is not a curse. Okay, human resource is the most valuable resource in the world. Human resource, okay, human brain. Okay, human resource is the one of the best or one of the most important resources in the world. So, we can admire ourselves, okay, and we are proud of the most populated country in the world. Many negatives are there, but it may be due to poor administration. Okay, giving all the resources, distributing the resources equally among the citizen is the fundamental things that the rulers want to do. Okay, then only we can say our India is a welfare country. Okay, so let us come back again to the chapter India, position and extent. So we know that the total area of India, of India, including Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the east, in the Bay of Bengal, and Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea, including the area of India is 32,87,263 kilometers square. That is the area of India. Okay. And coming to when we take India as a whole, when we compare India with the world, the size of India is only 2.42 percentage. Okay, that is the total area of compared to the world. Okay, India's size is only 2.42 percentage compared to the world size. Okay, world area. And when we look at the frontiers from this Gujarat to Kashmir, this area we are sharing boundaries with Pakistan. Okay, and north we can see China is there, Nepal, China, Bhutan is also there. And coming to east, we know in eastern side we can see Bangladesh is there. Here you can see Bangladesh. This is Bangladesh, and before the division of India, partition of India, Bangladesh and Pakistan were part of India, and as a result the size of India was very big, including Pakistan, this much area, and Bangladesh. So during that time India was known as Indian subcontinent because of the huge size of India. Okay, and here we can see Bangladesh, and when we come south, here we can see Myanmar, Bangladesh. South we can see Sri Lanka, and again little bit south we can see Maldives. Okay, so we have a total in your textbook we can see only 7 neighbors are there. Actually we have 9 neighbors are there Once again I shall tell you: Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka and Maldives. These are the 9 neighboring countries of India. And yesterday I have given you one assignment in order to find out the capital cities of the 9 neighboring countries of India. So I hope you will be sending to my WhatsApp number. Okay. So my dear students, and let us come back again. So when we take the boundaries from Pakistan to here, during this region up to here, we know our countries are sharing boundary with many countries. Its length is 15,200 kilometers. Okay, and remaining thing in South India, South is peninsular India, covered by three-side ocean. In west we can see Arabian Sea, South Indian Ocean, and east Bay of Bengal. Okay, and this length will be 6,100 kilometers. That is coastal line. Okay, from Gujarat to Kolkata. Okay, that is 6,100 kilometers. Okay, and when we discuss about the length and width of India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, the size of the length of India is 3,214 kilometers. 3,214 kilometers. And when we discuss about the width of India from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, we know 2,933 kilometers. Okay, that is the width of India. Okay, and the India has mainly three longitudes are passing through India. One is passing through east, and another is passing through the west of Gujarat, and through nearby Lucknow. Lucknow is the capital of Uttar Pradesh. Okay, through this line, one longitude is passing, its degree is 82.5 degree east. Okay, and this is considered as the average or the Indian standard time. Okay, each longitude has different time schedules. Okay, and here this longitude to this eastern longitude, we have 1 hour's difference is there, as well as from here to west also 1 hour difference is there. So we are taking this as the Indian standard time. Okay, and this problem is faced by very big countries. Okay, so in order to get a correct clear-cut idea about the time, we want a average time or national time. So in order to fix a national time, we are taking this longitude as the Indian standard time. Okay, and that is about the area and length and width of the country. And now let us see, in our India we can see in the earlier class, few years back we had 29 countries, but recently one country is deleted from the list of states, that is Jammu and Kashmir. Now Jammu and Kashmir is divided into 2 union territories, and few years back we have only 7 union territories. Now 7 plus 2, now we got 9 union territories. This Kashmir and Ladakh is also joined in the list of union territories. So we know that Chandigarh, Lakshadweep, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Pondicherry, Daman and Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Delhi, Ladakh and Kashmir. These are the 9 union territories of India, and Delhi is the national capital of India. Okay, and we know that Supreme Court of India, our parliament, it has 2 houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and Gateway of India. We can see the Gateway of India in Mumbai as well as. Okay, so in Delhi also we can see Gateway of India, and on that Gateway of India we can see the names of soldiers who died for the sake of our motherland, who sacrificed their life for our motherland. and a light is always like flaming there. It is known as Amar Jawan Jyoti in order to respect our great warriors. Okay, Amar Jawan Jyoti, that light is known as Amar Jawan Jyoti. And moreover, we can see Red Fort, Qutub Minar, Jama Masjid, Akshardham Temple, which is built in 2005. So many historical monuments. Okay, and when we go a little bit far away from Delhi, we know Agra in the state of Uttar Pradesh. We can see the number one, one of the 7 wonders of the world, that is Taj Mahal, which was established in the 14th century. Okay, so like that, many fantastic things we can see in the capital of India. Okay, and even Jantar Mantar. Okay, it was used for space studies. Like that, many things we can see in the capital. And many people are settled there, and they are speaking different languages, they are doing different jobs, they are believing different religions, and they are also observing or celebrating different festivals. So we can see many differences in India. So that is why we call India as unity in diversity. We can see now 28 states are there, and the last formed state was Telangana, which was bifurcated from Andhra Pradesh. Okay. And the biggest state in India is Rajasthan. Here we can see Rajasthan will be coming here above Gujarat, and Jaipur. Jaipur is the capital of Rajasthan. It is also known as Pink City. Okay, and the smallest state is Goa, in between Karnataka and Kerala. In between Karnataka and Kerala, you can see the space of. Okay, it is located in the territory of Karnataka itself. Okay, and it is one of the beautiful place where the Portuguese people settled in the initial stage, and they came in the year of 1498 and they left India in the year of 1961. Okay, so these are the things about our India. Okay, and in order to remember, I have already informed you, in order to remember the 9 union territories of India. All of you just remember, clap. All of you clap your hands. Clap. Clap. D, D, D. Clap. D, D, D. KL. So by remembering this code, you can remember the 9 union territories of India. Clap. C for Chandigarh. L for Lakshadweep. A for Andaman and Nicobar Islands. P for Pondicherry. D for Daman and Diu. Another D for Dadar and Nagar Haveli. Third D for Delhi. Okay, and KL, K for Kashmir, and L for Ladakh. That is clap. D, 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 KL. Okay, I hope you understood the union territories of India, and these union territories are directly ruled by the central government. Okay, President of India appoints some governors in these union territories. So under the supervision of the governors, these union territories are running, and all the governors are appointed by the President of India. Okay, so we can say it is a type of presidential rule. Okay, and there we can't see any chief ministers or any other elections or anything. Okay, directly it is under the control of the President of India. And so these are the important things about India. And in India, our national language is in Hindi. Moreover, Hindi people are speaking many languages like Kannada, Marathi, Telugu, Malayalam, Tamil, Odia, Bengali, Kashmiri, Urdu, okay, Rajasthani, Assamese, okay, and moreover English also we are using in some part of India, okay, as an international language. And I hope you understood everything, the basic things about our chapter India, its location and extent. Okay. Okay, and I request all of you to read the chapter very well and try to understand the things. Okay, till then, take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.